I guess we'll get started here then. So, good afternoon, everybody. We'll call to order the meeting of the salary board. So we'll begin this with the roll call members present.
Commissioner Eichelberger.
Present.
Commissioner Bocci.
I'm here.
Commissioner DiFilippo.
Present.
Controller Whitcomb.
Here.
Okay, great. Thank you. At this point, as part of the salary board, which precedes the Board of Commissioners meeting, we ask for any public comment on any issues specifically related to the salary board. Anything? Okay. All right. So we have in hand the salary board actions that were discussed last week. I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve those salary board actions.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, it's moved and seconded. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 Motion carries. Motion carries unanimous. Okay, item 5 is the approval of the minutes from our meeting of August 9. Minutes are in hand. Had a chance to review those. Anyone wish to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the salary board minutes.
Second.
It's moved and seconded. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 Motion carries unanimously. Thank you. Okay, any additional business to come before the salary board? Nothing, so entertain a motion for adjournment.
Adjourn.
Okay, stand adjourned. We'll move right into the Board of Commissioners meeting and welcome you and pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we'll call the meeting to order and begin again with a roll call. Members present, please.
Commissioner Eichelberger.
Present.
Commissioner Bocci.
I'm here.
Commissioner DiFilippo.
Present.
Great, thank you. We'll move on to agenda items. Number 4, I'm sorry, we have number 3, which is public comment. Any members of the public present who wish to address something for which they do not have already had time allocated? No one there? Okay. That's item 3. We'll move on to item 4. We have the minutes of our meetings of August 5 and August 9. I'll entertain a motion.
I will move to approve those minutes.
Second.
It's moved and seconded. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, item 5, we have the personnel transactions enumerated and in hand, so we'll entertain a motion there.
Move to approve the personnel transaction.
I second.
It's moved and seconded. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, we'll move on to item 6, and this is resolution 2021-23 in regards to the plan of financing involving IDA issuance for tax-exempt financing, and we do have guests here from the Shippensburg Foundation. We've received extensive amount of information, including clarifications just in the last couple of days. So I'm not sure if there's any questions, but is there anything you would wish to add to what we've been presented?
I think the only background, the only background is that this is for tax purposes. Anytime there is a tax refinancing on behalf or for the Cumberland County IDA, they need public approval. We had a public hearing back on July 14th, and the genesis of this approval is for federal tax purposes for the refinancing. There's no obligation of the county in any way. I refer to it as purely a ministerial approval. I can have, it's going to give you some background on what the project is, but really the only purpose is for tax.
I think at this point, we've received the information, so if anyone has specific questions, how about we direct those toward Ms. Clinton? Any questions?
I read the materials. They were good explanations there.
I will say it's exactly the same as you approved about 8 years ago. The original financing, so there really haven't been any changes.
All right.
Barry might have been the only one.
Yeah, I was here for that. So. And just for the record, you're Mr. Frederick, the bond counsel for the foundation, so we have that for the minutes. So, okay, very good. At this point, if there's no further discussion or questions, I'll entertain a motion regarding the resolution.
I will move to approve Resolution 2021-23, approving a plan of financing involving the issuance by Cumberland County Industrial Development Authority of its tax-exempt financing.
Second.
It is moved and seconded. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Appreciate you being here. You're welcome to stay or welcome to excuse yourselves, however you.
I'm gonna get back to my management retreat, so
Oh,
thank you very much.
Those are always last. So.
Yes, gotta get ready for the next year. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you. Okay, we move on to item 7, which is the, in regards to the CDBG and home programs. Mary's here and Chris Rafferty are both here to answer any questions. Mary, would you mind just summarizing what we're being asked for here?
Sure, so I'll give a summary and I'll explain a bit further, but the county has a program year starting January 1 for CDBG and home. Essentially what has been happening over the past, Chris did a lot of research on this over the past 5 years, we've had some timeliness issues with spending money. It's nothing to do with anyone here, it's just when they do not pass the federal budget on time, you are not allowed to submit anything to HUD. And so that puts us at a disadvantage as a county because all of a sudden we're losing months. So Chris came up with a great strategy to essentially talk to HUD about moving our program year. And so that would take it from January 1 to July 1, which would allow us a full, essentially, year to spend our CDBG allocation. And so we would have to make a request to HUD to do that. And so we wanted to approach you as the commissioners if you were interested in doing that. And I'll let Chris explain a little further.
I guess the best way to showcase the issue is to take a look at our program year 2021 annual action plan. Again, that covers both the block grant and the HUD program. So we got applications in from nonprofit organizations, municipalities last fall. Put together the action plan, submitted to the commissioners in early November. Based on that, then we submitted to HUD, and that's due to HUD 45 days before our program year begins. That's still enough time for HUD to do what they have to do to send the county grant agreement. What's been happening is the federal budget has not been approved on time. So HUD says all early time communities do not submit your action plan until we get the congressional budget. That was approved in April of this year. Then what HUD has to do is run the formula allocation for both programs and determine how much each community across the country is entitled to. And there's 500 and some communities. So after they do that process, they'll issue a letter to the community saying, this is your allocation for both programs. And then, based on the numbers, you would have to make a change to your allocation, your annual action plan, based on a specific increase or decrease in the allocation. So that happened not only at that point in time, but it's happened twice since. So there's 2 times we've gone through the process of amending your action plan, coming back to the commissioners, getting your approval before we could actually submit it. So that actually happened last month. So here our program year started on January 1st. We just submitted the action plan for that program now. And we're going to be coming to the commissioners to get the grant agreement section between HUD and the county. Okay, so here we are in August. Okay, the real trick comes in is that HUD does what's called a performance analysis. And 2 months before the end of our program year, they look at our letter of credit balance. And the standard there is if you have more than 1.5 times your entitlement in letter of credit, then you're not expending your funding in a timely manner. So for example, if we get $1 million, if we have more than $1.5 million on a letter of credit, not timely. So of course, when you get your entire grant at the end of the year, there's no way you go through all the regulatory requirements to get the projects implemented. So what we're proposing is that move the program year from to a July-June program year. This gives us additional time to deal with the budget issue and then also implement the activities. So the next steps would be, we'll send a letter to HUD, and a letter will state that we're looking to extend our program year 2021 program to June 30th of 2022. Then we'll explain this is being done with the plan action to move our entire program year to June to June program year. Okay. And we've talked to HUD about this issue the past 2 years and fully on board with us taking this action. Because this is not unique to Cumberland County. This issue happens across the country. So it's just taking it, take immediate action to try to solve the problem. Any questions or comments?
Yeah, you answered mine, Chris. I wanted to ask, is there any chance that HUD would say no, but it sounds like they're fine.
They're fine with this, that's correct. Yeah, the communities set their program here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The other question is maybe a technical one. Keith, since we will rely on HUD for the final okay, should this motion be worded to the effect that we are requesting a HUD to make a change in the program versus it's the way it's stated is we're making a change? Or am I getting to it here?
I think I have to defer to you. This is something that HUD will approve then,
Yes,
if the approval of the commissioners is provided.
that's correct. Okay. Yes, it has to be the commissioners taking action.
Okay.
Is that clarifying?
Yes.
Okay, there's no other questions. We'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion that we approve changing the program year start date for CDBG and HOME from January 1, 2022 to July 1, 2022, and July 1st for subsequent years.
I second that motion.
Okay, so moved and seconded. There's no further discussion or questions. Call the vote. All in favor, indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll move on to item number 8, just resolution 2021-22 regarding budget adjustment discussed last week.
I will move to approve resolution 2021-22 regarding the budget adjustments.
So,
So moved and seconded. All in favor, indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, item 9 is our approval for contracts and grants. All of these were reviewed at the workshop on Thursday. It was once again broken out. There's 1 and 2, the first being existing contracts, contract extensions, and then number 2 being new contracts that are being added. So we can address these together or separate, whatever desires.
make a motion to approve contracts and grants as noted on the agenda items 9 Roman numeral 1 A through C, 9 Roman numeral 2 A through L.
I second that motion.
Okay, it's moved and seconded. All in favor, indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 10 is the appointment to the appointments, rather, plural, to the MHID Advisory Board. Also discussed last week. We have recommendations from that advisory board where we appointed Dr. Bernard Greiner and Dr. Christopher Moyer. And as the MHID representative, I will go ahead and make a motion for that. Second. Oh, second. Okay, moved and second. All in favor, indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, item 11 is the appointment to the Assessment Appeals Board. Recommendation was discussed last week to fill the vacancy left by the resignation of Lloyd Cooper. The individual is Nancy Godfrey of Shippensburg. Appointment would be effective immediately, expiring at the end of 2023. I will move for the appointment of this individual.
I'll second that.
It's moved and seconded. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 12 is the approval of the general disbursement transfer authorizations. As outlined on the agenda, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll move that we approve the general disbursements, transfer authorizations as noted in item 12 A through E.
I second.
It's moved and seconded. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. All right, item 13 For the record, wish to report executive session being held August 19 of this year at 10 a.m. in regards to personnel. Item 14 is the opportunity for any additional business not listed on the agenda. Nothing from staff. So I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Stand adjourned.